another challenge for the Green Hornet. His aide, Cato, and their rolling arsenal, the Black Beauty. On police records, a wanted criminal. The Green Hornet is really Britt Reed, owner-publisher of the Daily Sentinel. His dual identity known only to his secretary and to the district attorney. And now, to protect the rights and lives of decent citizens, rides the Green Hornet.
And welcome to this month's build for the Diecast modelling community. And this month the subject is TV and film cars, and I've decided to go for the Corgi Green Hornet's Black Beauty. And it is a beauty. I remember I didn't have this one as a kid, but I borrowed a lad's at school. And I started a restoration on one, not that one, but this one coming round now. I started it, must be 15 years, 20 years ago. And I've never got round to finishing it, because I needed bits and bobs. I got them bits and bobs, and I've decided to get on with it now. As now's a good time, I suppose. And for the starters, I'm re-popping the lights out. From what I've already done, it's got a couple of chips, so I'm repainting it. I think the paint's had time to bond to the surface now. Over 15-20 years. And this is the chassis off the other one. And I decided to go with that one because I hadn't drilled out the missile launcher. And at this point I'm doing a wet and dry sanding. Yeah, and this week I've been, quite frankly, because of staff shortages and one thing and another, I've been as busy as a one-legged man in an arse-kicking competition. Yeah, busy as a one-legged man in an arse-kicking competition. And anyway, here, I've masked off the front wheels, and I'm just giving the chassis another coat of black. Later on it got some lacquer as well. I decided not to bother painting the Green Hornet on. And here I'm giving the body a spray of black paint just to freshen it up and cover where it's been chipped over the years, because it's been in a tin with some others awaiting being done. Anyway, the chassis as usual. Nearly every one of these you'll get will have a broken chassis on the suspension parts. I just got the best one of the two. And usually it is that one. I think it's a weak design. But what I did, I took the spring steel out of a scrap Simon snorkel chassis, and I've epoxied it in with JB Weld. And if you just put it in line with the suspension that's left on the other side, it'd be harder, but it'd still be doable with a similar method. You'd probably have to cut it down and let it in, because on the other side you have to have a gap for the missile launcher switch. And anyway, at this point we're giving the screen a good buff. I'm using Solvo Altasol and my mini Dremel, and then giving it a good dip in the jar of joy. And there we go. Shine, shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. Anyway, next up, some child decided to bite off the end of his weapon, and there we are. Can't leave him weaponless. So I hunted through my jar of brass rods, plastic rods, etc. Plastic strip, and I decided to go with a bit of brass rods, super gluing it on. Just give it a wee bit of time and then let go, and off we go. There we are. He's got a new, improved, longer weapon. And when you look at it, the painting on these figures, for the size, considering they were mass produced, the women must have been bog-eyed on the production line. Must have been talking at bus stops to people, and they wouldn't have a clue who they were looking at. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, here I'm just putting a bit of black paint on his weapon. Makes it look longer in black. No, I went there! Naughty. Anyway, at this point, we're drilling and tapping. And the decal I bought, it's quite a good decal. It's for the newer one. They did another release, but it's printed on white paper and it's left a white outline. So my result, a lot of blank screen here, sorry folks, should have edited that. But yeah, I did go to it, and here we go, sorry. Here we coming in. And what I did, I gave it a light coating, and I feathered in the edges with a paintbrush, just to get rid of that white edge on the decal. And there we are, that's looking better now. And then once I've done that, I spray over in lacquer to smoothen it down further. Because while the paint was still tacky, once the solvent's in the lacquer it flattened it out more, so it blended it in nice. And at this point, here what I do, I've got they like cotton buffers, and what I do is I use the very end and get it centred, then press it into the wheel, and it does a really good job of polishing the wheels on garbage. The spun wheel ups, just centre it up, push it in with silver water salami, and it does a beautiful job of polishing up the hub and the end of the axle. Looks spot on once it's finished. And anyway, here we are, I've got some new tyres for it. Make sure if you're doing this model you order 4 for the Black Beauty. I'm not sure, I think they make, well, they probably use them on other models, but they are a larger size. And here I'm pushing the dual headlamp units back in. They just press in. And if you look, one side's a bit shorter than the other when you're pushing it in, so make sure you're pushing them in the right way back. And here I'm polishing up the grille. And there we're starting assembling the chassis. And I've just put it on the old windscreen that were broken, just to hold it up off the ground so the wheels have clearance off the ground. And you just work out that's the way in. The actual rocket launching pin goes in, and then your chassis goes over the top. And here we go. There he is, ready to shoot villains again. Go on, have it, my son. And here we are, we're starting assembly. Going together nicely. It's all fairly straightforward and self-explanatory if you just work on it methodically where all the levers go. And there we go, bottom screwed back on, and there's the missile launcher that will work, and the boot lid working again. I may get the actual spinner for it and the rocket, I don't know. I'm quite happy how it is. Anyway, here's where we started. A bunch of spare parts, one body that had been ready sprayed but not finished and got chipped over the years, and here's where we finished up, looking absolutely pimp, looking beautiful there. Looking good in its new coat of black paint, and all in order. What more can you say? It's looking cracking. It's looking like a new pin, and I'm definitely proud to have this one in my fleet now, even though it's one I didn't have originally back in the 70s when I were at school. Although I do remember an happy afternoon, and I think I lent it off the lad playing with it, and I think he lent it me for night to take it home and play. But yeah, one of the castings that had an happy memory. And now, it's on my shelf. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much. And as I say, tatty pie, everybody. Tatty pie.